Hey everyone, happy week, or happy end of the week, happy Friday. Just wanted to do a quick trade recap over the pound yen. Um, Grabbed somewhere around 180 pips today, or closed out 180 pips, which it was, kind of a slow week for me. I didn't take a ton of trades. This was, the biggest one I took. I'm still in kind of like an Aussie New Zealand trade that I've been in for, a couple weeks. I've taken, I took, I don't know. That's for another recap. But excuse me. Um, yeah, I want to start out kind of just your typical, you know, I don't want to call it motivation, but little motivational video. But I get messages a lot from people about planning my trades and if I'm in any trades, what do you think about this markup? And um, that's great that I'm I'm humbled that I'm getting to that level where people are coming to me for advice and opinions. Um, but on the other end of it, it's kind of uh, I don't want to say bad. I mean, because I'm happy to help. But just being within the social media world, you know, and I'm kind of talking about Instagram here. I have an Instagram account where I post trade recap videos, things, and pictures and ideas sometimes. But I also follow a lot of traders that I've found on there. And over the past couple months, I've really kind of noticed that that's almost kind of having a negative impact on me, following all these other traders who are posting all their ideas and stuff. It's kind of having a negative impact on me as a trader. And I'm going to I just deleted Instagram off my phone. I still have my account. I'm just going to take kind of a little 1 or 2 week fast from it, where I'm not opening it up, I'm not looking at anything, I'm not talking to anybody on there, um, because like I said before, everybody has there's people posting ideas, and these are successful traders, um, you know, but sometimes their markups look different than mine. And sometimes their ideas are different than mine. And sometimes where I want to buy, they're looking to sell. Um, and over the past couple months, I've really noticed that having a negative impact on my personal trading. So I'm going to kind of shut that out when I do go back to Instagram. If I do, I'm likely not going to be following too many traders on Instagram. Just, I'm going to keep it to my other hobbies. I like photography and, tropical beaches and stuff. So I follow a lot of various, Caribbean, uh, you know, that, picture perfect islands and stuff like. I don't know. I'm kind of a nerd. That's where I want to retire. But uh, yeah. So I need to do me, and I need to shut out the noise. And sometimes what seems like a good thing, isn't always a good thing. Um, so yeah, I'm going to be kind of MIA for a little while on Instagram at least. I don't run into really any issues with Facebook, so I'll still be on Facebook and uh, going that, talking to people. So if you want to chat me up, hit me up on Facebook. Anyways, I got about 10 minutes left on my video, so let me get into this. Um, Plan your trades. I don't want to, push anything on anybody, but I kind of try and live biblically. I'm a Seventh-day Adventist Christian. So Isaiah 1:18 says, "Come now, let us reason together." Um, so, it doesn't say, "Come on, let's get all emotional and take random trades and and stuff." It says, "Let us reason. Let us reason together." Um, be reasonable. You have to plan those trades. There has to be a reason to enter. And some people really have issues with that. I've struggled with it where, I'll just sit down at the chart, and 30 seconds later I'm in a trade. And that, I would say a vast majority of my losing trades were or are because of poor planning. Every once, I still struggle with that. Let's get in the markets. I don't have a lot of time. Let me see what's going on. I gotta make some money, type of thing. Um, and that's something I'm really gonna work on this year. Is almost having kind of like a checklist. Not like a rules-based trading system, which isn't a bad thing, but there has to be a reason why you're entering a trade. This right here is a reason to enter a trade. This was probably, maybe 20 minutes of planning, which, early on in my trading career, I watched a webinar one time. I don't even remember who it was or where it was, on YouTube somewhere. And the guy said you shouldn't be entering any trades that you haven't spent 30 minutes analyzing. And there's so much truth to that. You'll get to the point in your trading where it won't take 30 minutes to analyze and to figure out what's going on or what's likely to happen next. But you have got to plan your trades. And I'm telling that to you just as much as I'm telling it to myself, because sometimes I fall victim to that. Got to be in a trade, got to find a trade type of thing. And the market is always here. It's always going to have opportunities. So what if you miss one trade? There's always going to be another setup. There's so many different currency pairs. So let me get into this, this trade real quick before I run out of time. This was the outcome. You can see the before picture and the after. This was my area of interest. You can see blue line, my entry, red line, my stop, and green line was where I took profit. So go back, check out last week's video where I rode this down for about 260 pips. But let's get into this video here. Fib wise, if you take this kind of impulsive move up, we got a 50% retracement after a first test of it after making that high, almost tagged the 61.8. If we take this little impulse move here, this low to high, we have a 78.6 fib retracement. Sorry, you can't really see it too well there. What was forming was a potential inverse head and shoulders pattern. Now, I've just realized that a lot of my trades have inverse head and shoulders or head and shoulders patterns. I don't particularly trade those. I don't look for them, but if they're there where I'm looking to enter, cool. It's one extra thing to have. So that was there. Stop wise, because I had that little inverse head and shoulders pattern, if the peak or the the trough of this, if the head, this inverse head, is taken out, it's not a valid pattern anymore. So I chose to put my stop just below that by like a pip or two, and took a little bit of drawdown after entry. I just entered kind of as price was spiking down into the 146.50s. Just happened to get filled at 57.8. Price trickled around, bounced around before having a quick spike down. Thought it was going to take me out, but it didn't. It just kind of reached for if you want to call this a little demand zone here. Just reached for some extra orders, but didn't go beyond that that low there. Target wise, I was targeting this consolidation area here. A lot of times price will like to return back to that for kind of a last kiss. Some people call it a last kiss, which it's kind of doing. I don't know if that's going to be it or what, but we'll see. We may catch some support here and go up for another tag, and we'll see what happens there. So my targets, I kind of had my target box here. This was where I was looking. Green line's where I took it off at, which was around 180 pips. And we have a picture perfect trade. It was planned. I started out on the 4-hour chart or a daily chart actually, and was just kind of looking at where price was, what it was reacting to, why did it make this low here, and that's because we had a higher time frame fib and higher time frame structure levels going on there, stuff like that. So that's kind of how I went into planning this trade. Still kind of neutral on, obviously it's been pretty bearish recently, but it has tagged some higher time frame structure levels that I had marked up previously. So I'm going to sit on my hands and see what happens. I'm not going to be rushing into any trades. I'm going to be planning it, assessing price action, and going from there. But yeah, I just wanted to talk a little bit about planning trades. I wanted to talk a little bit about patience. Having a reason for your trade. That's the biggest thing. So many people disappear from this market because they have poor planning or poor risk management. And I don't want that to be anyone watching this video. So make a plan. You need to treat this like a business. So that's kind of my rant, if you want to call it a rant, my motivation, whatever you want to call it. Oh, let me real quick. I got about a minute left. So once we pushed up, kind of had this little parabolic move. I moved up to break even, and then after we broke these highs, I trailed up underneath this structure, and as we just kept pushing up closer towards my profit target, I just kind of did like a little hourly trail below the hourly. I wasn't looking to hold this for over the weekend or anything because it was so close to my levels. So once we pushed up pretty close to my levels, I just went ahead and exited. So that was the trade. I hope this helps. I hope this helps, I guess. Let me know. Hit me up on Facebook or YouTube, comment, like, subscribe, share videos, whatever you want to do. I'm not huge on building a big following. So take care.